Why custom React hooks are so important and people just don't use them. I have been using React.js for the past 7 years and I've made a lot of mistakes. And when it comes to performance, scalability, reusability, and testing, using custom React hooks could make the difference in your application between what works and what doesn't. And in this video, I will show you the benefits of using custom React hooks, and I will let you know when you should use them. Also, it's easier for code review and testing because you need to review and test just a few lines of code, and nobody wants to review a function or a component which has over 100 of lines of code, right? And I see people using React.js and take the wrong path, creating giant component, which is not good at all, especially when we talk about testing. I've noticed that people that really succeed in their career is because they are focused on performance, scalability, and make things easy to reuse and test. And today I'm gonna break it down in this video, and I hope I can give you some insights that could make you a better developer. And I will show you two examples. Both do the same, but one uses custom React hook and the other one doesn't. All right, so let's take a look at this example. We have two components. The first one, it's not using custom hook, and the second one, it's using custom hook. And the goal is, if we hit 5 in the count, we have to change the background to the component to green. And let's go straight forward and hit this button 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? That's it. It's a simple counter. But if you look at the console, take a look at how many console we have here. We have the first render, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 re-renders. So this component, to hit 5, it re-rendered 5 times. And let's take a look at the second one. I will hit this button 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this component become green, and we have almost the same, right? Yes, and 5. But if you look at the console, you will see that this component that is using a custom React hooks just re-render 1 time. So we have the first render and just one more for this component. And for the first one, we have 1 render and 5 re-renders. So you can think, if you have nested components, child components, you will ask for your components to re-render 5 times each of them, okay? And as you can see, in the second one, you just ask it for your child components, your nested components to re-render 1 time. So in terms of performance, that is a great approach. And let me show you the code. This is the counter without using custom React hooks, and we have 2 states here. One to keep counting, to hold the value of the count, and one is to check if count hits 5. If this variable is true, we are changing the background to green. That's it. And then we have use effect here, which is watching count, and every time count hits the condition, which is 5, we set counter to true, and then that's it. What happened? We will see the background to green. And let's take a look at this second example using custom React hooks. So the logic is not here. So we have this use counter hooks that I'm going to show you in a few, and we're getting the satisfied condition from them, and the next in the count from there. And this is the use count hook that I created, and the best practice to name it is start with use, and then you can put your name in the middle and finish with hook. Because when you come across multiple functions inside a component, you can easily see if that is a custom hook or if that is a regular function. And try to use refs rather than state. Just keep in mind, have just one state, because every time you set a state, you will trigger a re-render, right? Remember, try to use refs as much as you can. And this is my next function. Every time I press the button, it will trigger this function. I'm checking if the current value for our ref is greater or equals to the condition. I will just skip the click. I will not do anything. Otherwise, I will increase the value of the current value of my ref by 1. Okay, and if we hit the condition, which in that case is 5, I'm going to set the state to satisfy my condition, and it will trigger a re-render. Okay, and you can use custom React hook for basically everything. So just keep in mind, start with use, put your name, and then finish with hook. Just have one state and try to use ref as much as you can. Okay, because when you set a state, it trigger re-render, but if you update the value of a ref, it won't trigger re-render. And that is when the magic happens. And then this is great for performance. That's great for testing as well, because you're going to test only this function. And also this is good for code review, because we don't want to review a component which has thousands of lines of code, hundreds of lines of code. And that's it for today. I just want to ask you, if you get any value in this video, please let me know and hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Comment down below if you have been using custom React hooks in your projects, and also share what kind of custom hooks you have been creating and what's the idea behind them. And I personally would love to see that here. And stay tuned for the next video, and I'm pretty much sure that I will see you again.